Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and I'll be your host today for Europa Universalis 4. Welcome back to episode 9 of Dracula's Revenge as Wallachia. Today we're going to try and improve our prestige a little bit with the, I guess a little bit of a Timurids battle here. Well, against the Timurids, Ezekumuk, and Nogay, apparently. Let's try and get ourselves a bit of prestige. We lost a little too much last episode, so let's try and see what we can achieve here. We managed to finish defensive, which is fantastic. That's one idea group down. And once we can get through a few more ideas of Diplo, we can get ourselves some extra reputation, which is fantastic, very useful for the future. Of course, once we run out of our, what is this, Order of the Dragon, and once we run out of, I don't remember what the other one is, but got some pretty good diplomacy apparently. Not sure what actually happened here, but for a quick second, for a hot minute, we have cunning diplomacy. We have ourselves, cannot pronounce that name, and the Order of the Dragon. So here's our cunning diplomacy. We'll keep that forever. We'll have an extra 2 here. Very useful. Let's try and get ourselves, I don't know, try and get Muscovy on our side for the Ottomans. If they ever, you know, don't have debt, and they ever, you know, stop loving the Ottomans, what it will take is that distance, or, you know, trying to get rid of that distance, which requires the Diplo rep, so let's see what we can do here. In fact, maybe even having high trust, we'll have Muscovy be okay with fighting on my side a little bit more. Apparently that might be the case. Taking a loan, that's fine. Let's stand here for a second. I'm not really willing to stand here, just let them do things, though. But they will be getting a lot of attrition within my land. Which you'll love to see. Yeah, 3% is pretty high. It's a winter and fully defensive. Ooh, if they go to the mountains, this is an easy win. If you stay there long enough, ooh, baby. That is an easy win. Apparently we got ourselves, what was that, a bad first roll? That should be no problem. Yep, there we go. Double casualties. Beautiful. I wonder if we can cut them off here as well. No, that's okay though. I'm going to try and get myself a few favors. And perhaps a few, I don't know, bit of money, bit of prestige out of this war as well. This is the steppes, which should be fine. We're fighting an army of, looks to be about, don't know which one's retreating. Let's say the one that's not damaged, so 12,000 men, or 11,000 men, there it is. Which should be just fine. Don't have professionalism anyway, so we'll go with that one. There we go. Try and get myself as much prestige as I possibly can get. Let me siege down my own thing, and yeah, let me siege down my own thing. We have our own plan with Volhynia here. They will, they'll manage themselves for the next little while, I think. This will be done in 2 months, actually, so that should solve itself a little bit. In fact, maybe we should bring the troops back for a hot minute, just to get rid of that separatism. Might be a good idea. As for admin, I planned on spending it a little bit on some states, actually. So we investigated Samtsky the other day, which still has rather high autonomy. And it's not going to go down very quickly either, because I'm, like, always at war, so we're not going to find that decreasing too quickly. As for West Dnieper here, which is Kiev. Yeah, again, not too fantastic. There's a lot of high autonomy here, but this over here could be pretty good. I mean, this is the equivalent of these 3 combined, and a little bit extra as well. So I'll start off with that. It'll decrease the autonomy here, which is pretty fantastic. Over here won't do much, because we already raised the autonomy, but here's pretty fantastic. That'll get us, hopefully, some more manpower base, so we can grow a little bit faster. Speaking of which, another thing that can help that is the boyars, but we don't want to hand too much to the boyars. It does remove the local autonomy for manpower modifier, but we're not really in the best position to do that. Not really, at least. The clergy, actually, can also decrease autonomy in terms of taxation. That might be my best plan, actually. The clergy don't own too much, but I can certainly change that. Giving them this would give me a lot of money. Giving them this would give me a lot of money. Giving them this would be okay, I think. And that. I think I just took that away like an idiot, didn't I? Maybe. Maybe I did. And that was a bit of a fool move. Didn't even realize. They must have already had it. That's a shame. As for the burgers, I guess I can grant them this, but it depends. Am I using any of that? No, I'm not using any of that, so I don't really need to do that. I collect here, and I really should try and get some boats to steal that trade. Because I could have a lot more of it than I do. I have good trade power percentage, so I have decent trade power percentage. This is me, actually. That's the Ottomans, this is me. So I really should try and use some light ships, because the Ottomans don't have that many light ships. If I ever had an economy to begin with, this would be a great idea. Let's do this, actually. Let's see how much we can give to the burghers. This would be a great idea. Other things within the same node are generally good to grant, but I don't think we have too much of that. Over here, actually, we have a brilliant thing over here to give to the burghers. 75% also gives me enough money, which is great. I should probably postpone paying this back, because I'm still going to have to use that extra money. There's no use in just taking out a second loan like that, I don't think. Or just renewing it. I guess I could renew it, technically. It does help out my interest costs. Just a little bit. Okay, that's true. Don't think we need this, actually. So we'll decrease that. Try and make ourselves a little bit of money. 1.79 in, you know, what is it, decrease? It's not so bad. It's not so bad at all. We're also reinforcing, so that makes sense. I'm gonna just take a trip over to Wallachia here. Yeah, we should be able to decrease this entirely. So we'll give it a few months. Try and drop it down to like 50 or something, and then we'll move back. Oh, actually, it looks like this war is over. So we got ourselves 2.3 prestige. Nothing too fantastic. We did spend a little bit on actually getting this money, so maybe not the best idea. I did, however, get 181 ducats, which is fantastic. I also managed to get myself nothing else. Yep, not much. We get money. And that's it. 23 favors, actually. That is really solid. We could spend a few of those on being friendlier towards Muscovy. Try and get that trust really up there. I will not choose friendly, because I need to stay or appear threatened for at least a little while. Even if I don't choose threatened, you can see Wallachia threatened by the Ottomans is very prominent over here in Castile anyway. So that works out for me. 26 force limit is fantastic. Let me improve myself a little bit here. Get a little bit larger. Let's check. Imereti, I think, is a little bit... Yeah, I think a little bit too much autonomy in here still for that to be worth anything. As for this, Austria's actually done, but I don't think they're gonna try and give it to me. Probably not, which is a bit of a shame. Kind of do want that. But oh well. Okay, let's drop this down by 1 month. Down to 50. And then we'll start making some cash. There we go. That works for me. I should also build at least one building, because I'm sure there's something I could build here. 29, that's very useful. Trade, Bessarabia could be really nice. Really depends on how much I have right now. In this node I already have a pretty decent amount. Having an extra 6, how much is that worth? Probably not a lot of money. Probably not. So I'll get rid of those. Instead, I will build this. 29 is pretty fantastic. Next we have 14 or 16, which I will grab 16. And yeah, there's this war, which I should probably actually fight right now that I think of it. Definitely should do that. Well, yeah, okay, we're making some money, so maybe I can. Or 0 money, but once I start stealing it, we should be okay. Just gonna dump this down a little bit before we get there. I'm gonna try and loot my way through this war so I don't have to pay too much. I don't have to pay a loan, maybe. And if it's loans I don't want to pay, I'll probably want to accrue a little bit more cash first. Now, you're not going to come back for a while, so I think I can just sit on this 3.6 ducats a month for a little while. Maybe I can't, because that's a lot of prestige I might want. This is really useful. Okay, fine. Loans it is, and if it's loans I'm doing, then it's loans I'm doing. Now, how about Castile? Really, just by the hair on my teeth, or the, what is that, skin on my teeth, that's the one. The hair on my chin is the other phrase. Come on. 0? Really? That's where we're at today? Okay. Okay, I see how it is. I see how today's going. Now, I do have significant trust with Muscovy now. I boosted that up. Like, pretty significantly. 70's, you know, nothing to scoff at. So, I'm thinking, if I'm friendly towards Castile, how likely is that going to help me? Not much at all. I could try and give them a gift if I weren't in debt right now. Okay, that's annoying. See, that's really annoying. Because they would probably be close enough to the Ottomans to help. That's the issue I'm facing right now. See, Austria would help. Muscovy is just... You know, I would like to say some things about Muscovy, but I'm sure I'd get demonetized for it. So we're just gonna calm down with Muscovy for a second here. They'd probably have to fight Denmark. Yeah, they would definitely have to fight Denmark, because they need this province, right here, in order to form Russia, I believe, or else they would have done it. No, I think you also need admin 10 also, so I don't think that's actually true. But, we'll see. So, speaking of, you know, admin and stuff and techs, Austria, would you like to hand that over to me for a second? I think that would be great. I would very much appreciate that. But I do have that sneaking suspicion that they're not really going to hand it over. I'm also doing the time check, because I think I set a timer, but she has to be sure. I did, okay. Didn't need to check like that, then. Okay, yeah, so I'm pretty sure I might need to, like, not be in debt for this. So, we'll see. 26 regiments. Our army also has 26 regiments. Oh boy, let's see. Relative power is also a little bit overwhelming still. I'm sure that's just like economic power. Oh. Is that the war I think it is? No, it's not the war I think it is. Okay. It's actually just Britain and France going at it. Oh, okay, so that's none of my business, I guess. Yeah, I could get Britain on my side, actually. But I really do want Castile a little bit more. Okay, so if I had slight amount of Diplo rep, which I'm already maxed out on, so that's not really a question of if it's possible, because I don't think it is. Unless I manage to, I don't know, go through here or something, so... Okay. Okay, let's not worry about that right now. I have a conquest to do. I'm gonna take a little bit more land real quick. How many guys do you have? Like 4,000, so I'm just gonna go straight for your capital, I think. I only have the one cannon, so It's not like I can do much else. But I can loot, and looting is nice. I can also get rid of this one guy here, and all of these guys here. Save myself that manpower. Don't have another general, but I can make one. No, I can't. Okay. I could turn my leader into one, but that's a very bad idea. I could just face them right on, which might be an okay idea. No general, no problem, right? Totally. No issue at all, except I'm losing quite a few more men than I would have liked, but that's okay. 7th of March, maybe stack wipe? Perhaps? Yes, beautiful. Okay, you guys can come over here. Actually, keep looting. I need some money, please. I need plenty of cash. So I'm gonna have you guys loot for a little while I bump up the speed, maybe while I improve relations with the auto lads. Mamluks still don't like me. Fair enough. I'm hoping maybe I can take a little bit of money out of this peace deal. Probably not much though. Not bad. Not a bad sum actually. How much does this cost? 273? Okay, not enough. Not enough, but it's not bad. Come on. I really do want this. 10 legitimacy or some patriarch authority. Well, this would give me more manpower, so maybe I should start building a little bit of that. Icons are also nice, so maybe I should stop abusing those mechanics just to give me free stuff. And, like, actually use them. I'm sure that wasn't a problem, right? Yeah, I didn't think it was, so. There we go. So how's this going? So you have colonialism, it's spreading to Hungary, who isn't really a fan of me. Aggressive expansion's really big against them, actually. But let me see if I can try and improve relations a little bit here. Just a tad bit. Let me decrease all this. Let me decrease all this. Let me see how this looks. A lot of unrest in here, actually. And it's actually all terrible dev and terrible autonomy anyway. I can't even raise half of this autonomy, so I will have to fight them. Big rip, I suppose. But oh well. Still have that truce with Lithuania for at least a few months here. I could attack them again. But they've become allied to Poland, who will defend them. Speaking of which, I suppose I could attack Poland, but I think I've done enough damage to the Catholic world for now. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I could do more damage. Just here and there, a little bit. I think that's actually... Isn't this exactly where I conquered some land? Yes, it is. So would it... yeah, I may as well do this. Since I can't raise autonomy, it's pretty much the de facto way of raising autonomy. It counts, I think. So I might as well. 25 on these guys, but I don't really want to pay that cost. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I see this. I see this right here. Ragusa? You have to have enough guys here, right? Ragusa, I swear. If these guys cross my border, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm standing right here. No chances. Don't want to deal with more separatism where I don't need it. Please. It all depends on when they take down the fortress, though. Yeah, they're getting a little too comfortable with that. With that just sitting there. More tax is fine. And I'll manage the rebels from here, I guess. Which is stupid that I can do this, but I'm totally okay with it. And I hit escape without actually hitting the right button. There we go. Okay, fantastic. I'm not really sure I want to pay this price. And Austria's not letting me pay a separate price. So I don't know what kind of price I can get here. I mean, I would love it if Austria would just say, hey, you want some of this colonialism stuff? Because I can't really ask for it myself. I can offer it, but I can't ask it. So, you know, it would be great if you could do that for me. Oh, Muscovy, please. Muscovy, please. I'm not in the mood, Muscovy. That's the issue. Normally, I wouldn't... Okay, no, I always would care, but... What do I do? I'm stuck between two rebel stacks, neither of which are mine. Both of which I don't want to have affect me, but... Both of which probably will, if you think about it. Oh, you guys are so annoying. Muscovy, I hate you. Okay, let me get rid of these guys. The Ottomans declared on the Mamluks. Rest in peace, the Mamluks. Not much we can do about that. Probably because they were losing a war against Medina. It all starts to make sense now. So. Have I ever told you guys how much I love other people's rebels? It's great stuff. It's my favorite. I just love fighting them. That's why I do it so often, obviously. Okay. You guys are fighting... Was that Denmark? No way, right? You guys fighting Denmark? Huh. Apparently so. Interesting. Yep, you guys are fighting Denmark. Is Muscovy fighting... Ah, yes they are. Beautiful. I do like to see that, actually. If Russia forms and they don't hate me, you know, it's a pretty big if on the don't hate me part, then, we might be good to go with the Ottomans. Russia sometimes gets this thing where they get the claims on all of this. So, well, we'll see. We'll see how the whole thing works out there. My innovativeness is also pretty high right now. It'd be a shame to lose all of that. So maybe I should try and improve this. It'll cost me some money, but maybe. Just maybe. I'm glad I don't see the Serbian separatists, but I'm a little wary of where they might be. I don't see any sieges, and I do see that the Ragusans took damage. So I feel like they dealt with it. I'm cautiously okay with putting down my maintenance right now. Just a little bit. Just for these few seconds here. Well, I should probably demand this, but my prestige is gonna cry at me for doing so. Don't know how good of an idea that is. If anything, a pro-elite strategy might be rival the Ottomans, have them hate me, have them support Bohemia's independence, and then have them declare on me, bringing in all of my allies. But seeing how things are going right now, I probably don't want Muscovy in another war, but it does look like Sweden is going for its independence. That's what it looks like to me. Very interesting. I think that'll end up working out, though. I think that'll work out for them. Prestige guy, too expensive, definitely. Big shame. Massive rip. The only other nation I could conquer right now is maybe you, but then Akkoyonlu would come into play. Interestingly enough, if I do manage to deal with them, then I won't have to, you know, I could actually expand in this direction, surprisingly enough, and weaken one of the Ottomans' allies. In fact, I could get rid of them as an ally to the Ottomans entirely, and who knows, they might even be hostile, because the Ottomans occasionally do want some of this land. I could even get Akkoyonlu to be hostile to the Ottomans if I play the cards correctly. Which, I don't know, I might not. More likely I won't, but I can give it a quick shot, probably. I'll have to wait until Muscovy's okay with that, though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to take that prestige. Unfortunately, oh no, I might have to do it. As for the admin, it would be kind of a waste to take that right now anyway, since I've kind of been stocking up, intentionally or unintentionally, who knows. Been stocking up a little bit because I don't want to pay that extra big cost over here. I could create a couple more. I'm gonna see how Semsky's doing. I imagine not that much better. A little bit. Good enough for me. They can give me more manpower this way, as they'll slowly tick down. And I can also, well, obviously give them to the clergy to give me some extra free things. In fact, I should do that. You can go to... Who has the most manpower? It doesn't really matter, because you have the defensive fort here anyway, so I'll give you that. I will give this and this to the clergy. The more states I make, the more I can give to the clergy, which means the more money I can make anyway, so. Imereti's here, and kind of overlaps here. That's okay. I'll give a little bit of that to the clergy as well. Yes. I will actually, hold on. Yeah, okay. This will go to the burghers. This will go to the clergy. Or will it? Yes, it will, because that's a lot of tax in there. It will give me tons of money. I'll also get rid of this loan. I will maybe make one more? I'm not sure. Yeah, this in here, it's not the greatest state, but honestly, I'm gonna pretty much grab whatever I can get my hands on. Oh, definitely should have waited a little while, actually. If it was at 75, it would have gone down pretty significantly. Yeah. True. Oh well, okay. At this point, we can still hand it over to the clergy, though. A few of these things. I can give... Not you, actually. I'll give you to the burghers. You can go to the clergy. Any sort of high autonomy land can go to the clergy, unless you're Kiev, in which you can go to the burghers. Or do I care? Not really. I don't think I'll ever be using this trade. I don't think I'll ever be using this trade, actually. So I don't think it actually matters if it goes to the clergy. Obviously, this stuff can all go to the clergy. Free money. It's pretty much just free money everywhere. We also have the Crimean separatists, which are a giant pain. But we should see our money increase pretty drastically. There we go. 8.5 ducats a month. Wouldn't you say that's an improvement, huh? I think we used to get like 4 at the beginning of today's episode. 4 maybe? Ducats a month? Not much. Not much at all. I'll also decrease my inflation. Get me a bit more cash. And probably end off today's episode, I think. I think that's made like 2 episodes in a row where not much has gone on. Not much in terms of conquering, but the internal stuff has been really moving forward. Next on the agenda is hopefully to grab, you know, obviously some good old colonialism. I'm not really sure how that's gonna get here very quickly though, because it has to go over here, then through here, blah 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 blah, all the bad stuff. I could maybe, since Ragusa has it, it doesn't look like they're gonna give it to the Ottomans. Yeah, Ragusa's not friendly, actually, so it's not going to happen. Austria, however, did just, annex Hungary, meaning we'll be getting a pretty quick spread here, so I might as well improve the advancement on that. Make that go a little bit faster. 35? That's going to take way too long. That's way too long. Ah, shoot. I might have to actually develop it a little bit. Anyways, I think we're actually out of time for today's episode. I went a little bit over. For now, this is Quarbit signing off. Hoping you had a fun time here, and as always, have a fantastic day. I'd like to give a quick thank you to the following March patrons. In the $1 tier, we have Quiet Guy, Quagersol, Rising Runner, and DLNM. In the $5 tier, we have Odie, and in the $20 tier, we have Chewy Shoot. Thank you guys so much for helping out the channel, it means a lot to me, and as always, I can't possibly thank you enough.